What? Look at this. Wow. Made it. Flyby's nest over here. Huh? And then and Heather's gonna be leaving us. Oh. This is a pasty with gravy. It's filled with potatoes and meat and onions. It's gonna be amazing. Well, we're back on trail. But we had some delicious pasties.
Oh. Bye. Bye. I will.
Bye. Safe travels.
Bye. You guys need anything I can help with, let me know. I'll let you know when I'm through, I don't think. May come here.
We woke up this deer from his afternoon nap. Poor guy.
I'm listening to
So I carried some watermelon out. Got it in my front pouch here. Probably the best decision I made this last week. Flyby's just been waving her sticks around like that for the last mile. I don't know what she's doing. This route that we're on now is called the Big Sky Supercutoff, or the Butte Supercutoff, and what it does is it runs from Butte, Montana all the way down into Yellowstone. So the official CDT from Butte, Montana hooks to the west, and it's over 400 miles along the Idaho and Montana border, and then it hooks back in to Wyoming through West Yellowstone and Old Faithful. And the Butte, this super cutoff, this Big Sky, just goes much more direct route straight southeast, so it'll save us over 200 miles. I get it. Lined up with you, so I gotta walk sideways. So we've arrived at these hot springs, and it's rather disappointing, and it smells like shit over here. It'll be great once we can't see the gross water. Oh yeah, little bubbles. Huh. Oh. This could be a doable camp. Yeah, a little bit of breeze here. It's gorgeous. Found a decent little campsite right next to the river. Best part, it doesn't smell like sulfur. Eating in my tent because the bugs are horrendous, but this is a chicken strip. It was frozen. Just thawed out today. Gonna put some kale in here, some ranch dressing. Got some pickles from Fritz, real spicy pickles. So the hot springs turned out to be really cool. We built a fire right over here. There's a couple of pools over here. It was like a really warm bath, and we just all soaked in the pools. And then the stars came out. Milky Way was right over the top. It was just a gorgeous night. It was amazing to be able to go to bed and feel clean. The hot springs was about a 1 mile detour off the original route, so instead of going back and backtracking a mile, we just kind of took this other little road through this little national forest kind of cattle area, and it was quite an adventure.
Like I'm not going to do this super gracefully.
You did it! Yes, found a dinosaur egg. That's amazing. Yeah, stand next to it. And we are back on trail. So many moths out here. So I'm currently headed down the mountain. The trail that we're supposed to be following is absolutely non-existent. Just bushwhacking the whole way. But the main thing is, gotta make sure I just keep that creek to my right, and eventually I get down to the bottom and there should be a road down there. But God, look at all this crap. So found the trail back in B and flyby, but I also got these disgusting welt things from bushwhacking. Mammoth Mountain Meadow Estates, private property, blah blah blah. But this is the town of Mammoth. Tell me about the bushwhacking today.
So I got off on the wrong trail when we got to the top of the climb, and I thought because the GPS had been off during the day, like it said we were off trail when we were on, so I was like, oh, it's just one of those. And I kept going on the wrong trail, and I was going like the opposite way, and I looked across the gulch and I could see the right trail, and it looked beautiful and pristine, and mine was all low down, so I was like, I'll just bushwhack there. But it was like that big on the map, but it seemed like it took me like an hour. I was just going straight down these trees, and there were all these spider webs. It was like a horror movie. And then there were these things breaking sticks. So I was like, is that bee? And it was like, no, it's a bear, I think is what he would have said if the bear talked. And then I crossed the river and eventually made it to trail.
I think these horses here, fenced in by this just super thin piece of rope, they're the perfect metaphor about how we're all quite powerful, but we let ourselves get trapped in our lives by these invisible ropes that we could break at any moment. So this Big Sky Supercutoff has been quite an adventure so far. Our maps are old, so a lot of the trails have been rerouted. So sometimes it's hard to tell if you're taking the wrong turn or if the trail has just been rerouted. Yesterday I had to do a bunch of bushwhacking, which was really horrible to get down the mountain. Today should be better because these are old Forest Service roads, so they're much more likely to be on track. But we're having to do a lot of climbs because the CDT generally contours around mountains, but since we're cutting across southeast, we have to go over all of these mountains called the tobacco roots. So yesterday we had like 2 climbs over 8,000 feet. Today we're climbing to 10,000 feet, and then another one to I think around 9,000 feet. So it's harder going than anticipated, but it's also much more beautiful than I thought it would be. So it's pretty cool. Don't regret this at all. It's gonna get us to Yellowstone so much faster. And then in about 30 miles, we're gonna come across the town of McAllister, which has an inn, which apparently has the best mac and cheese that Optimist has ever tasted. So really looking forward to getting some real food there. It's time for breakfast. I get to eat one of my fruit pies today. Pretty excited about that. So I still do intermittent fasting out here. What that looks like is, you know, I have dinner around 7 or 8 p.m. Wake up the next day, 6 or 7 a.m., start walking, and then I'll walk for, usually it's about 2 hours. So it's 9 a.m. today, and then I'll have my first meal, and then just eat throughout the rest of the day. But it's not as long as I do at home, but it's still a nice block of fasting. The first block in the morning, you know, I'm tapping into stored body fat, so it works pretty well out here. Listening to some Vikings themed heavy music. It's really getting me pumped up for this climb.
Just went into an old mining town and they had this sweet shower overlooking the edge of the valley. Had a bathtub outside and everything.
Nice.
Everything was unhooked, unfortunately.
What do you think of this climb and this view?
Hard climb, dope view.
Love it.
Yeah. So we had a Forest Service guy come by and tell us to be careful around this creek because they let water out. They're supposed to let like 300 something out and they let 1,500 out. So 5 times the amount of water they were supposed to be let out was let out. So I think this is actually going to climb higher. Got to definitely stay away from it. It'd be kind of dangerous. Dark clouds. Luckily that's the way I came over. So we'll be headed downhill from there. I've been hearing thunder from back here. There's hail coming down right now. Ooh, now it's coming down harder. It's beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful out here. Lots of thunder. I think if I can walk fast enough, I should be able to stay out of the worst of this because it's mostly behind. A lot of times, just nothing you can do. Just keep walking. More hail. Lightning's a lot closer. Woo! Adventure. It's time like these out here. Kind of gotta just let go of that need to be alive forever, you know? Whatever happens, happens. That's one of the benefits of thru hiking. You really, literally have to face the prospect that you might die. We don't get that too often in our day-to-day lives anymore. I think it puts life and things into perspective when you truly, viscerally experience the fact that you might die. I mean, it's not very likely, but possibility is there. Oh yeah. Hope I'm getting some of these on camera. Made it out alive. It's hard to tell if that's a fire, smoke from a fire, or if it's a cloud. That's definitely fire. Looks like a wildfire. Wildfire. I've stopped for the last 2 hours. McAllister's, this little town right up here. Almost there. There's a restaurant there. I'm really hoping it's open. And if so, you can order like 3 meals and just gorge. So that's what's driving me. After all this rain, after the climbing, it's gonna be a 30+ day. Hopefully can end it with a restaurant meal. Just 1 more mile to the town whose name I forget right now. But there better be food there. I don't care. Whenever I get there, I'm gonna find food. Make it happen. I will make it happen. How are you doing? Really majestic. Oh, you want an ostrich? Yeah. Hi. There it is, and it's open. Woohoo!
Well, first of all, we were hiking on ATV roads, so there were all these like ATVs and 4-wheelers going past us. And someone asked if we were in a hiking club. And so I'm going down the hill through the sagebrush on these ATV roads, and like we had some small sprinkles, so all of a sudden I saw like a cloud of rain sort of like gust past me, and I was like, oh, this is about to be bad, huh? So I stopped, I put my pack raincoat on, and I put just my poncho on, because that's my like ventilation option. And the storm starts, it's thundering all over me, and then it starts hailing on me, and my poncho does not cover my arms or legs, and so I'm just getting like pelted in my bare skin with the hail. But I was like really committed to getting to McAllister, so I just like walked through it. It was kind of miserable for an hour. That song that's like making my way downtown, because we were walking to McAllister, I had that stuck in my head the whole time, so I was singing while I walked. And people in pickup trucks kept asking if I was okay.
That's nice. Yeah, I had a couple of those today too.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were gonna take a ride.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
What are you eating here? Best mac and cheese you've ever had?
Truffle fries and then mac and cheese.
It has a lot of really delicious flavors in it.
Here's the lake that we camped at last night. Road walked up here. Gonna take this creek up, or this trail up the mountain, and then cross over the mountains over there. So this is an electric fence. Kind of hard to see. There it is. But I found these sticks, jammed them in there, and I can crawl under and hopefully not get a good shock. Oh, I've had to do this for a while. Alright, always a solution. It's like the 4th time today that I've gotten off trail. This is not the trail, this is just a creek bed. But it's going roughly in the direction that I need to go, and hoping down here at the junction I can find the trail back. Still not a trail, but at least it's clear and it's going in the right direction. This might be something, or it could be nothing. Nah, this is definitely not a trail, just a jumble of rocks. Well, found it, I think. It's really old and unmaintained, but you can barely see it right here. It'll get me down the mountain, so that's all I need. Here we go. This is an actual trail, maintained, newer. So out here, if you get off trail and lost, just gotta stay calm, go in the direction you're supposed to go, and then eventually, hopefully, you'll find the trail back. So much climbing today. But look at that view. Gorgeous. Wow, there's still snow on this mountain, and it is August 4th. Hard day today.
Yeah, a lot of climbing
Yeah.
and a lot of descending after it. How are you doing?
I feel good.
I kind of feel like it's gonna be warmer out of the valleys.
Oh, you mean like up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I think, away from all the water.
Yeah. So we can either, it looks like we could go down.
Here's Mirror Lake. All right, get ready to have your mind blown. Wow, this is Mirror Lake. That's a bald eagle right there. Where'd it go? There it is. Nope, I lost it. Oh wait, there it is.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's totally a bald eagle.
Oh my god.
So that was the last big climb for the day. Now we're gonna go down through the basin that's called Bear Basin into Big Sky. Wasn't sure what to expect with this cutoff. I thought maybe it'd just be a bunch of roads, but it's actually turned out to be really, really gorgeous. I would compare this to Glacier as far as just the scenery. You know, huge alpine regions, big climbs, a bunch of really, really beautiful alpine lakes and just wildflowers and water everywhere. It's been so much more, so much better than I expected it would be. And then I think we should be in Yellowstone by Friday or Saturday, so no regrets about saving all that time either. This is it. Made it to the top. What? Look at this. Wow. Made it. Woo. We're almost to Big Sky. Found a little grocery store, and this is the warm-up to the meals. So some bananas, blueberry, half-off pie. You want to get some half-off pie?
I want to see how I feel about that.
Worth $1.50?
Yeah, worth $1.50.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Your camera.
Wow.
It's Taco Tuesday, so everybody got tacos. Now Tom's gonna be leaving us tomorrow, so it's only gonna be the three of us. Oh. This is Tom's friend's house. That's what they're staying tonight. Where you going, Tom?
Going to Missoula today, hang out with a friend for a bit, and then going to Seattle right after, see my friend's art show, and then going home for a week, and then leaving forever.
This is the Walmart in Bozeman right now, where we have staked out our spot, doing resupply. Things are absolutely everywhere. So this is my lunch: rotisserie chicken, half a gallon of chocolate milk, a bunch of potato salad, and broccoli. Doing my best to eat all this, but there's no way. We're on a bus right now, going back to Big Sky. Costs $5, goes from Bozeman Walmart to Big Sky. So now we're walking out of Big Sky. Got like 4 or 5 miles of this really crappy highway walking, but then back on trail, back in the wilderness. It's actually a nice little bike path along this route. Not nearly as bad as walking on the highway.
Found this bike in this ditch over here. Might as well ride it down the road until we get to the trail.
Thought he was kidding, but he's really gonna ride that bike all the way down there. Okay, made it to the Porcupine Trailhead from that road walk around wherever, Big Sky. This map's not very good. It says we're here, somewhere around here. We go up these trails, kind of go this way, down into Yellowstone. They're walking towards me. Hey, little guy. Hey. It's amazing. He's not moving. Or she. Hi. What's up? So beautiful out here. Wow. Tell you what, don't drink half a gallon of chocolate milk before you go hiking.
2 pounds of potato salad and 1 rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, you guys are lucky you're not walking behind me. Just in case you fall, I want to catch it.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Is that why you were filming when we went over the fence?
It's gonna be the maiden voyage of this stove. I bought a stove in town. Really excited to have warm food. It's chicken and rice with real chicken. It's so good. So much better than the cold chicken that I've been eating, or cold rice. I'm so happy. I think that's gotta be a wolf print. Look at the size of that thing. It's literally like as big as my foot. The lake is the last water for about 15 miles. So today we're walking the Skyline Trail, which is a really high ridge walk, anywhere between 9,500 and 10,000 feet. And really great views, but it's really exposed. The sun is beating down, very hot, and climbing at this altitude is kind of tough. It's very much up and down, up and down. So lots of pointless ups and downs. The Skyrim Trail is interesting because on my right side to the south, this is all Yellowstone National Park. And then to my left side, to the north, it's all national forest. And so in another like 15-ish miles, we're gonna get to a lake, and then from that lake, the trail enters the national park completely. So we're gonna camp at that lake tonight and then push about 20 miles, which will put us into Mammoth, Wyoming. One state down, woohoo! But put us into Mammoth, Wyoming, and from there we can get backcountry permits to go hike through Yellowstone. Looks like there's a wildfire going on in Yellowstone right now. That looks quite big. Yeah. Nice. So we're walking into Mammoth today. Pretty easy hiking, mostly flat, and then the end will be downhill. Just one. It's only one moderate climb coming up, maybe 1,500, 2,000 feet. Not too bad. Well, once we get into Mammoth, hopefully find a campsite or somewhere to stay for the night, and then tomorrow pick up some packages from the post office, do a little bit of resupplying, and then get our permits from for Yellowstone and figure out our route through Yellowstone. That's not set in stone yet. I heard that from these other dudes back there that East Yellowstone, east of Mammoth, is supposed to be a really cool area. So maybe we'll add on an extra day or two and visit that area, but really no plans. We'll just see what the map says, what the rangers say, and go from there. Crossed the border about a mile back, so now I am officially in Wyoming, one state down, 4 states left to go. Seen a good bit of bear scat around here, so it looks like we're back in bear country. Seriously, this is the second pair of abandoned Crocs on this trail. Idiots. Oh. Eyeballs are gone. Wound looks cauterized. Weird. It's kind of like an animal mutilation. Look at that, it's natural hot springs. Cool. Really smells like sulfur here. There is the town of Mammoth. Be walking down there in just a few minutes. In the center of the screen, that's where Fort Yellowstone used to be. So from 1886 to 1916, there was a U.S. Army group stationed here to protect the wilderness from people trying to do whatever poaching and mining and everything else that they're not supposed to do on this national park. Actually, they had to have the army stationed here to stop those people. It says more than a dozen people have been scalded to death and hundreds badly burned and scarred. So stay on the trail. This is the Liberty Springs, a dormant hot springs. Surprised that we haven't dedicated it to somebody as a monument. Hey elk, how's it going? Oh. So a whole herd of elk just hanging out in the shade by this building because the wolves won't get them in here. There she is.
I was hiking along and I was listening to music, and I came along the trail. There was like a pond to my right, like a evergreen type of tree right here, and the tree starts like moving a lot. I was like, oh, that's large, whatever's moving there. And a bear cub pops out. I was like, oh shit, that's a bear cub. I wonder where the mother bear is.
How big was the cub?
Yay large.
Okay, so pretty young.
Yeah, it was young and cute, and I think like a black bear. But I was really worried that the mother was gonna get me. And so like the trail kind of went past where the bear cub had come from, but where the bear cub was going to was like over here. So I had to decide, did I want to stay where I was in case the mother was where the bear had come from, or did I want to keep going in case the mother was where the bear cub was going to? And so I like pulled out my bear spray and I started like shouting a lot. And I was really proud of myself because the last time when I was on the PCT and I saw a bear, I was like so scared I couldn't talk. So I shouted a lot, had my little bear spray out and walked past. Nothing really happened. And then I got to the crest and I looked behind me and there's a bear swimming in the water. I was like, that's the mother bear. She's coming. She's swimming to get me, clearly. But then it was just, I don't know if it was the same cub or a different cub, but it got out of the water and ran away.
So there's 6 eggs in there. Once the water gets done boiling, drop in hot water. I'm gonna have egg drop soup.